Hello everyone, this is another video of me just talking about stuff, and in this one, I know it's been a week or two, I can't remember, but E3 happened, and the reason why it's taken so long to do this video is because I didn't really find anything that interesting in E3 this year. I know last year they didn't have it. This year there's going to be delays, so they don't want to announce things too early. But they could have announced a couple of things, and they did, but nothing that really blew anyone away. I've got a list of I don't think I watched every showcase, but I watched the majority. And these are just some games that I found that were, well, that I'm probably going to pick up in the future at some point. So first was Summer Game Fest, which was pretty boring, but they did officially reveal the new Tiny Tina's Wonderland, and that's meant to be coming out early 2022. I enjoyed the Borderlands games, and despite what anyone says, I reckon this is just going to be Borderlands with a different name. They announced Metal Slug Tactics, and I don't think a release date was in the cards for that. Tiny Tina's Wonderland is meant to be early 2022. Metal Slug Tactics, it looks like the tactic games that I used to play back in the day. This might get me back into them. We'll see. Then there was Jurassic World Evolution 2. I enjoyed the first one, and I think the add-in stuff that people thought lacking from the first one, which is mainly the water dinosaurs and the flying ones, and if the trailer's anything to go by, they're adding both of them, so I'll look for that. That's meant to be coming out later this year. I'm not so sure if it will. That might be pushed back to early next year, but... And the only other game that I am interested in from Summer Game Fest was 2 Point Campers. Recently got into 2 Point Hospital. I think it's it keeps you busy for some of the time. Not a lot, but my life's getting busy now. Can't be spending that much time on games anymore. Ubisoft Forward was the next one that I watched, and there were 2 games in this. Mario plus Rabbids Sparkles of Hope, which is coming out next year. I do have the first one. I need to play it, if I'm being honest. I haven't got round to actually playing it yet. The thing with Nintendo games is they don't have any sort of achievements or trophies or anything like that, and that normally pushes me to play them, and then I replay them to get the remaining trophies or achievements. If a game doesn't have them, it normally doesn't keep my interest for long. It's normally my missus that goes on the Switch, so we'll see if that can pull me back in. And then there's Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. Now, despite what anyone says about Avatar, I still think it's got a lot of potential. The next movie is meant to come out next year, so whether they're going to put them out close together or what, I don't know. But I won't be watching the movie unless we don't have to wear face masks, because I hate putting them on. But yeah, that is a big budget game that I have my eye on. I just want to see whether it becomes a live service or not, because I'm not playing any live service games. Just don't have the time. So if it turns out to be a live service, it's not for me. But if it's just a single player game, I will pick it up probably. After that, we had the Xbox and Bethesda showcase. Now this is where we found out that Bethesda is just making Xbox exclusives, and anyone that thought they're doing otherwise, well, why were you thinking that? They got purchased by Microsoft, they're gonna make exclusives. So all Bethesda games will be exclusive. Makes sense. As revealed with every single Bethesda game that was revealed, is an exclusive. So Starfield, exclusive. Then they announced 2 games which caught my eye, and I'm hoping that they're not exclusive, they just go into Game Pass. I didn't really pay much attention because I don't own an Xbox, but I'm gonna butcher this name. Eden Chronicles 100 Heroes and Rising. 2 games, one coming out, I can't remember, I didn't write it down. I think one's coming out next year in 2022 and the other's coming out in 2023. Whether it'll be the same for PlayStation users, I don't know, but that's what they showed at the Xbox. They showed The Outer Worlds 2, which didn't show much about, but if you like The Outer Worlds 1, pick this up on PC or Xbox. And then they showed Age of Empires 4, which I am getting day one. I've loved the Age of Empires series, and basically put in it's coming out on October 28th. I've got no games that I want to purchase around that date, so I'll probably be playing that until the next thing that I want comes out. But yeah, it's Age of Empires 4 coming out October 28th. PC Gaming Show was a waste of time this year. They showed nothing and it just kept going on and on and on about Mech Warrior. So if you want to play Mech Warrior, that would have been a good show for you. They showed off one game that caught my eye, and that's because I like the Heroes of Might and Magic series from Ubisoft, which they've given up on after the last one didn't do too well because they messed up. And it's called Songs of Conquest. It looks like they're bringing back that style of gameplay, which I'm excited about. It's coming out next year. Hopefully not at the beginning, because that's when a lot of these games were announced for. But I guess we'll see on that. Depending on when it comes out, I'll pick it up day one. Now Square Enix at least showed some things off. The big one was Guardians of the Galaxy, which is October 26th of this year. As I just said, I need to make a correction. I want to play that, but it'll probably be like in December, probably a Christmas present or something off someone. Main thing being is that I want to play Age of Empires more, but that did get me interested. It's not a live service like the Avengers was. It's a single player game, so it got me excited. Put down Babylon's Fall, but after I wrote this, I found out that that was a live service, so I'm not interested in that anymore. Strangers of Paradise. That's all I wrote. Guess it was a subtitle for Babylon's Fall or something. I can't remember. It's been a couple of weeks. And then well, I don't know if they announced it, but they showed off Final Fantasy Origin. No, there's a subtitle, but I didn't write that down. That's coming out next year. It caught my eye, but I don't know if I'm going to get it. The last Final Fantasy game I bought was 10. So, yeah. And for the Nintendo Direct, there was only one game that I'm personally interested in getting from that E3 showcase, and it was Advanced Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp, and that's coming out in December 3rd. I've played the Advanced Wars before and enjoyed it. Thought it was, well, pretty good. So I'm depending on pricing. If it's around £40, I'll probably pick it up. If it's more, then I don't think I will, because these are just improved visuals from DS games. I think they were DS games. The one I played was, so. And that is pretty much it. Like I said, nothing much, nothing interesting. Yeah. Bad year for E3 this year, but apparently we've got Sony's doing something during the summer, and we've got EA's thing next month, so we'll see how they go. Yeah, that's all for this video. Hope you enjoyed. Leave in the comments what you liked from E3 this year, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.